Hello, in this video, I want to talk about the importance of self-talk. I'm going to give a book recommendation here, and it is What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Dr. Shad Helmstetter. And I'm going to go ahead and dive in and read you some quotes from the book here, and then I'm going to tell you a story that really had a big impact on my life. So the first one is, whether or not we are capable of achieving doesn't make a bit of difference to our subconscious minds. They are still acting on the tens of thousands of previous directions that told us, no, you can't. So if you tell your brain you can't do something, guess what? Your brain listens. So tell it positive things only. All right, why not start your day with the absolute best about yourself? Why not come alive and tell yourself what you can do that day instead of groggily shaking your head over what you cannot? Words of wisdom. For a moment, replace the word problem with the word challenge. Goals create challenges, and challenges create goals. And I'm going to end with this last one here, which in my opinion sums up the book the best. People who are the most successful at whatever they do are those who are their own best motivators. So I just finished this book, and basically the book is telling you to reprogram your brain to start talking to yourself in a positive, uplifting manner, and to override some of the negative things that you have done. And the example that I did personally is I was traveling a lot in 2018, and it was kind of difficult to eat healthy and be in shape when you're traveling a lot. Well, I started telling myself I'm an athlete and I don't eat unhealthy foods. And so I told myself this 10 times in the morning, 10 times at night, and I'd look at myself in the mirror and say, hey, I'm an athlete. I don't eat unhealthy foods, which would hopefully help me on my travels. So I landed in Antigua, which is a beautiful island country in the Caribbean. And I've been telling myself this for at least a week. And I had the book on me still. I was rereading the parts that I had highlighted and that really spoke to me. Well, I was staying at an Airbnb, which is across from the Sandals Resorts. I was traveling by myself, so I was not, I was just doing it on the cheap. Although I did bring sandals with me, so I guess that kind of counts a little bit. But one of the tricks to traveling cheaply is to buy food at the grocery store. That way, even if you go out to the restaurant in hopes of talking with people and meeting new individuals, that you don't have to blow the budget, so to speak, on expensive restaurants. So the first thing I did was go to the local supermarket, and it was about a mile away from my Airbnb. So I got there and I went around, had a little cart, got some trail mix and some other miscellaneous stuff that would hold me off for the couple of days that I was in Antigua. And I go to the cash register, put all my items on the conveyor belt, and the lady's like, hey, and I tried to use my credit card because I don't think I even had any cash on me at that point, any Eastern Caribbean dollars. Well, they said, hey, you have to spend at least 30 Eastern Caribbean dollars to use a credit card, and I only had 25 in my cart. So I'm like, all right, no big deal. I'll go around and find something else. So I go down the aisles, and I'm looking for something else I can buy. Just need 5 more Eastern Caribbean dollars, not a whole lot of money. Well, I come across the ice cream section. Well, that's my favorite food. Who's got 2 thumbs and loves ice cream? This guy. Well, I come across some fudge bars, and I'm in Antigua. I wasn't expecting to see fudge bars there. So I was like, hell yeah. So I open the door and I reach in to grab the fudge bars, and my hand recoiled back, almost in shock and terror. And my mind said out loud, I heard myself say this. I probably sound like a crazy man saying this, but I heard my brain say out loud, you're an athlete. You don't eat unhealthy foods. And I feel like I slammed the freezer door shut. And I ended up getting coconut water instead, which maybe I got 2 coconut waters to get me to that 30 Eastern Caribbean dollar mark. But it worked. I told myself, hey, I'm an athlete. I don't eat unhealthy food. And I reprogrammed my mindset to those positive things. In my mind, it was subconscious. It was automatic. And I didn't have to think about it because I've trained my brain accordingly. And so that's a pretty fun story for me. And it was very memorable. And it's all thanks to this book. So, read your ways to success and get rid of that negative programming. Start talking positive. If you want to lose weight, say, I will lose weight. If you want to get into better relationships saying, I am good at relationships and I will be better at relationships. Say positive things instead of focusing on the negatives, and you'll turn your life around. So I'd love to hear what your guys' mindset challenges are. And shoot me a message. Let's talk. Let's get on the phone and kind of talk about what problems you have and what challenges you have going on right now. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to help you if I can. And I'll talk to you next video.